Evening, guys. Hope you're well. Slightly at odds with the other videos that we've got on this particular article. I've had to stagger it as I go along. Um, I've just launched. The website went live about 10 minutes ago, and I'm very nervous about how you guys are taking it. So I hope everything is good so far. We're enjoying it. That's cool. Wanted to finish up just now before I go and drink myself silly with the final Pinot Gris of the Pinot Grigio and Pinot Gris article that I was put together. That it was this article that made me go, I'm going to do a website. Well, partly that and partly the message. Um, so I've done the Gisborne Pinot Gris from New Zealand. I've done the Pinot Grigio from Italy, from Veneto, and finally we're doing an Alsatian Pinot Gris made by Michel Fonne, who is a really small producer. He's only got 12 hectares of vines in Alsace. 80% of it is exported, so it's not even one that they keep to themselves very much. I believe the only place to buy it in the UK is Rude Wines, where I work. You can get it in Northern Ireland, I believe, through another independent winery. Or wine merchant. Now you'll notice I've used a rather large glass. That is deliberate because it's the only one I've got clean. No, Pinot Gris is a big, round, voluminous kind of wine, and it deserves something that's going to give it a bit of space and a bit of room to move around. Now, I don't know if you can see that. I don't know how good this camera is, but there's a viscosity to this wine, a thickness, and that's due to all the residual sugar that's left in these grapes. Alsace isn't as hot as even northern Italy, and certainly not as kind of the northern part of the northern island of New Zealand. So it's going to have a lot more residual sugar left in there. So straight away, this is the most complex of the three by far. You've got loads of orchard fruit, but you've got lots of stone fruit in there as well. There's a kind of herby, kind of sweet herbiness to it, sort of honeysuckle petals and flowers and white blossom and gorgeous bits and bobs, but a little bit of spice as well. Nothing as overt as nutmeg or cardamom or all these weird things you can smell in other wines, but it's definitely there. There's something there. There's something to be had. So straight away you can feel the depth of it on the tongue. It's coating my tongue even now. It's got like an oily residue afterwards. It's full of quince and honey and white pepper and sort of candied orange and lemon zest in and around red-skinned apple, and how the flesh of a red-skinned apple is slightly sweeter than the white skin. It's got loads of that kind of character to it. It's really, really long. The finish, I can still taste it now. The acidity is still working through my mouth and finally wrapping all those flavors up into a nice round, oily bundle, which is great. Now this is the most expensive of the three. This comes in at 13. I should know this, shouldn't I? Selling it 13.49, 13.50 a bottle. But it's worth it because this is the higher end of stuff. Now, Michel Fonne go all the way up to 20 quid a bottle plus for stuff like their Grand Cru Gewürztraminer. So this would be their medium range for them, but totally worth every penny. I think it really is very, very good. I will sort out the looking at the screen and looking at the camera because I'm sure that's fairly unsettling for some of you. It is for me anyway. So that is the difference between Pinot Gris and Pinot Grigio. In essence, nothing, but in style, everything. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I'll put this one up tonight and see how much abuse I get. Cheers.